So day one is in the books, for me anyway. Anyone who is seeing Midnight Madness tonight, Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, they're currently watching it right now. But my night has ended. And it was a long one, actually. I'm exhausted. I am absolutely exhausted. I had a great day today. I really did. But I'm exhausted. I'm ready for bed. 3 things were on my schedule for today. The first was the Criterion Closet. Did not get to go in. We lined up, and the lineup was not handled well. I did appreciate the fact that nobody could officially line up until 1:30, but there was a bunch of people crowded around already, and so they got to kind of jump the line essentially, because there was an actual line that had formed, and they just got in first, so I didn't really appreciate that. But anyway, so they ended up cutting the line and saying, okay, we're at capacity. The people up until this point will take the entire time, so everyone else was left to leave the line. So we ended up just leaving the line and checking out the shops and going for lunch and things like that. Made some new friends today, so that was really cool. Last TIFF, I didn't really speak to many people. Yeah, last year at TIFF, I didn't really have any real connections with anybody. I didn't really have any conversations. I spoke to somebody in a line for like 10 minutes, and that was basically about it. So this year's different, and I'm really excited about that. So met 3 new really cool people, and we were going to do Criterion Closet together. Ended up not happening, obviously, but yeah, had a great time. Then after that, I did the RBC Red Carpet Gallery. It was better than I expected and worse than I expected simultaneously. It was better than I expected in the sense that I thought, for some reason I had this vision in my head that we would be there, we would see the celebrities walk the red carpet, and that would be it. And they would be at a distance. They would be, several feet away. And we would just be there to basically observe, and just observe a red carpet. So it was better than I expected in the sense that you're right there, right? You are right there. So people could get pictures, people could get autographs, people could have conversations. So that's kind of why I say it was better than expected. Why I think it was worse than I expected was because I did envision some like bleacher style seating or something like that, but and there are chairs if you do want to sit, of course, but essentially it was standing for a very long time. And it wasn't just standing in a line. Like if you're standing in the line for the Criterion Closet, that's one thing, because you're going to move a few feet every so often. Whereas this was, you are planted in one space from 5:30. 5:30 was check-in. I don't remember exactly when we all got in, but essentially it was basically standing in one spot from 5:30 to 8, let's say. Which it doesn't sound like a long time, but my feet were really hurting, my back was hurting, because you're just in one spot. You don't really get to move. And there were 2 couples in front of me right by the barrier who were absolutely amazing. They were great people, and it was awesome to talk to them, and they got pictures. The guy in front of me got his John Candy shirt signed. That was really cool, signed by Ryan Reynolds, so that was really cool. But it's just sort of interesting, right? Because if you're not right at that front barrier, there's not a whole lot you can do. It's a little bit more difficult. Especially for an introvert like me. It's very difficult. So I just took in the experience, right? It was for the John Candy film. So, you had Colin Hanks there, the director, you had Ryan Reynolds, who was the producer, or executive producer. I don't remember exactly what capacity he played. But then there was also Eugene Levy showed up actually right at the end, and that was kind of cool. I would say it was a good experience to have, but if you're not right at the front, then there's not a whole lot you can do. But I got some good videos, and some stuff. It was just different. But anyway, I'm glad I went to it. I have another one scheduled a little bit later, a few days from now. I also have a movie scheduled very tightly in there, so I don't know if I'll be able to go for that one, but we'll see. And then I just came back from seeing The Lowdown. Lee Raybon, played by executive producer and star Ethan Hawke, lives, owns, and works in a rare bookstore in Tulsa, Oklahoma. His compulsion to learn the truth about Tulsa's unofficial aristocracy, along with his disinterest in letting so-called rules of conduct get in his way, keep him in steady trouble. So The Lowdown is in the primetime program, so it is it was episode 1 of a television series. It's going to be on Disney Plus very, very soon. Couple weeks actually, so very, very soon. It was really good. The first episode was really, really cool. Honestly though, the best part was, they got the series creator, Sterlin Harjo, out for the Q&A, and series star Ethan Hawke was out for the Q&A.
In a lot of ways, we are this hungry group of young artists in Tulsa. I mean, there's people that are on the crew that I literally were serving me coffee and a barista that I would go to and say, "What are you doing? We're about to shoot a show. Like, you're into photography, right? Yeah. You want to work on the show? Yeah, I'll quit tomorrow." And then I bring them over, and that's kind of the spirit of how we do it. And it's just an amazing way to work. So, yeah.
And so that was great. Honestly, the Q&A went for probably 45, 50 minutes, possibly. I didn't time it, but it felt like it was a solid Q&A. And it was great. And there were only 2 audience questions, so that was even better, because the audience usually asks terrible questions. But no, I liked it. It was a lot of just organic sort of, there would be a question posed, but then the conversation would just organically sort of go in different places. And both Sterlin and Ethan are really great at providing so much insight and information to, choices, decisions, sharing stories, all that sort of stuff. So that was really, really cool. Not only was episode 1 really, really good, but I got that wonderful Q&A at the end. So that was really, really cool. I had a very full day today, and it was different things, because last year every single day was just movie after movie after movie. But this year, tried the Criterion Closet, didn't work out, unfortunately. Went to a red carpet gallery thing, which is cool. There were some positives and some negatives about it. And then saw a primetime feature, and that was cool in and of itself, because I hadn't done that last year. So that was my day 1 of TIFF. Tomorrow I have 3 films. So that's that. I'm exhausted. So I'm going to go, and day 2 starts tomorrow. See you then.